When I play Path of Exile and not Path of Building, I like to turn off my run a little and blast through maps. I don't like caring about scarabs and tier 17 and all the bloat that has been filling up the game for some time now. So today I'm showing you my 2 favorite strategies once I reach red maps, which scale with your character's power and not map investment. Well, of course, like any strategy they also scale with map investment, but that is not the point of this video. Oh, and really appreciate if you joined the 1% of Divines after watching this video if you enjoyed it, and would like not to miss the next ones. Before we talk about the strategies, I just want to share you a tool to use to estimate your worth in Path of Exile and find what you should trade. I used to use PoE stack, but it seems to be dead now, so I use worthyexile.com, and then you can filter by tab to see what you can sell. It can also help you estimate the profit per hour you make while running strategies. So for the first strategy, you should have encountered the Maven quests with the Atlas invitations. It is still something you can farm after finishing the quest in red maps, but the big bucks come from the Pinnacle Guardian invitations. They are called the Formed for Shaper Guardians, the Twisted for the Elder Guardians, and the Elderslayers for Serious Conquerors. There is also the Forgotten for the Synthesis bosses. Using this Atlas tree, you will be able to almost sustain their maps while running their invitations. You can encounter the problem that you are missing a specific map to complete an invitation. If that happens, I suggest you switch to another invitation with the other Guardian maps you have, and if you get locked up, you can buy what you are missing. But if your sellers are found or really don't want to trade, you can run the normal Atlas invitations until you drop what you are looking for. On the Atlas tree, the Shrines and Nickel will offer buffs for you to run the maps faster and smoother. Since we run a lot of maps, you can also throw in some June nodes to run Katarina and try to drop Veiled Orbs and some extra loot. We allocate Shadow Shaping to ban the maps you don't like running, so the ones that are too long or have a bad layout or the boss is too dangerous. You can use the website mapsofexile.com to help with selecting maps, but I just ban the maps I find horrible after I run them. You will get a lot of gold from the bosses. The game drops more gold from unique enemies, but especially map bosses. And the additional bosses summoned by Maven also drop gold. For currency, you will always drop Shaper, Elder and Serious Fragments. You can either sell or run these bosses. If you want to run the Feared invitation, you need to run Shaper and Elder. You will also always get some Maven writs that you can either sell or run. And then, as I said, on average you get more Guardian maps than you run, so after a while you can sell the extras you have. Also, the bosses will drop scarabs thanks to the nodes, Chittering Champions and significant throws. I find the most profitable one to be the Elderslayers for 2 reasons. You get to kill the normal Maven Witness bosses of the maps, so you get a lot of all these extra loots. And then you have the Maven Witness Conqueror, and these can drop Awoken Gems and Influence Exalted Orbs. And the one I like the least is the Elder Guardian ones, just because of the long animation that can be annoying. But their fragments are also the most expensive, it seems. As for the second strategy, it's Blight encounters and maps. I'm not talking about blighted maps, just the Blight encounters. They do not require a lot of character power, but just like the previous strategy, the more powerful you are and the more pleasant and efficient it is to run them. As you can see in the background, I run one on my new character, which is a level 73 Slayer with 0 DPS. I had only the Meteor Ring anointment, and I fucked up because I forgot to level up the tower to the Meteor level, and I didn't notice until the end. This anointment, as well as the Chilling Towers can freeze anointments, are regarded as the best, and almost guarantee success if you build towers correctly, and are not too unlucky with the RNG of the layout. The setup is to put stun and Chilling Towers at level 3 in front lane to CC the enemies. Then in the back lane, a level 4 Meteor Tower to DPS, as well as clearing the proximity shields through the burning ground of the Ring anointment. If possible, in between all these towers, you put down an Empowering Tower to buff them all up. Twoxic Stewers is the best map for this, because with its tight layout, it will spawn the least amount of Blight chests on average. Most of the time you will get 2, sometimes 1 chest, and that's very good, because every Blight encounter has to have 1 oil and blighted maps reward, and the less chests they are, the more concentrated the rewards are. So if you get just 1 chest, it will be a ton of oils and blighted maps. If you get 2 chests, one is gonna drop a lot of oils and blighted maps, and the other is gonna drop some random roll rewards like fossils. The most efficient way to run this is to rush and kill the boss first, so that you have more chances when the red altars give you increased item quantity. Do not pick altars at all if the downsides they rolled are too big for you. The increased quantity will make your Blight encounter drop more loot, and killing the boss will grant progress towards your Searing Exarch invitation, which is just an additional steady reward. The Blight encounter drops a good amount of gold at the end on the loot from the pump. The Blighted maps can be either run or sold. Their price depends on their tier. Tier 16 maps sell for 10c each, or up to 12 depending on the layout. Ores can be sold at the currency market or in bulk. I filter out ores below teal, but clear, amber and sepia can be useful if you run your Blighted maps and want to make them easier to run. Teal makes the Blighted map run faster, and crimson ore gives you lucky chests for better loot. Let it be known that some builds can run Blighted maps AFK like zombie and carrion golem summoners. Anyway, that is all for today. I hope this will help you get richer. As always, let me know what you think down in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.